Indeed, we are. Good morning, Michael. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Roger. I'm doing well. How are you?
I am not too bad. Are we doing better than England? Or
Delays,
the UK with
as
Brexit?
Marvin the Martian once said.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, another 3-month extension for Brexit. They are not going to have a deal done by Thursday of this week, which was the latest deadline in this 3-year ongoing process. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is going to push today for a snap election, which could happen in December, to get his 2/3 majority. That's what he needs to get this thing done. But it looks like they're going to be working over Christmas and New Year's to see if they can get something done by January 31st. That is the now in pencil on the calendar, subject to change.
I wrote this in the sand and the tide's coming in.
Pretty much.
Holy, when does this become a joke?
Well,
or is it already?
Or do they have to do another referendum?
Yeah, what is going on with
that's
this?
the thing. If you can't get something done, then at some point do you put it back to a vote and say, okay, do you really want to do this? If not, let's call the whole thing off.
But it just can't be healthy for their economy, politically. This is...
You know what? Everybody's just kind of gotten used to it at this point. That's the funny thing. There's no reaction to the markets.
None.
And that's the tell.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Got to grow up, UK. Time to leave. Okay, GM strike.
Yes.
It was a pricey one or not so bad?
Well, $2 billion plus is the expected cost against the earnings for General Motors.
Back pocket.
Yeah, well, 40 days. That's one of the longest in history here. And the UAW, the union's going to get a healthy raise here, 3% per year, $11,000 signing bonus. They're looking at making lots of investments again in the U.S., but they're still closing some plants at the same time, which was always the sticking point here. So we'll see what the the fallout is on GM's share price today, and how soon they can get the operations here in Ontario and in Mexico and the U.S. back up and full running.
Is there a winner in this one?
That's a good question. It depends how they're going to spin it. It looks like on the surface a pretty good contract, but again, they are still losing some jobs in the States, so it's sort of a toss-up.
Lose-lose?
Yeah,
sort of.
Potentially. I mean, it's optics, right? But
yeah.
General Motors had the fact is they had a lot of inventory to work with, so yeah. We'll see. To be determined, I suppose, Roger.
All right. And pot in Canada. Going to pot again.
Yeah, another company, Hexo out of Montreal, closing their Beamsville operations, which they actually acquired from Newstrike, which was backed by the Tragically Hip.
Oh,
Tragically Hip were early adopters, early investors in this whole sector. But, yeah, again, oversupply? Maybe, maybe not. Not sure.
All right, we'll see. This is still shaking itself out. Michael, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Have yourself a great Monday.
You too.
Let's head up to Jordan now in Airborne. Jordan.